Hello and welcome to another edition of Stock Watch. So as we start the trading week, I just want to recap on what's going on in the global market in regards to the pandemic. You know, we've had a lot of positivity with the rollout of vaccinations, a successful rollout of vaccinations that are creeping up in Europe, especially now. Obviously, Europe was lagging behind the UK and America in terms of getting the rollout and getting the licenses and the dosages. And with that, you know, we're looking at the hospitality sector, we're looking at travel and also the hotel industry. And Hilton have popped up as, you know, they have had disappointing results in their earnings season for Q1, which was released last week. And, you know, this is because the pandemic is still lingering on. We've got the UK recently on Friday that gave a green light to a few countries that they could have a travel crossing without having to isolate as long as they've been inoculated. But obviously this has come at a price because other countries, especially in the European sector, have been left out, and that means obviously a lot of countries will be missing not only the British tourists but tourists in general. So we'll see how that affects some of these hotel chains as we go into Q2. Obviously the summer season is starting as well. So analysts do expect hotels to rebound in Q2, but not as much as what they had hoped to, as I said, the pandemic is still lingering on. Hilton in particular have suspended 275 of their hotels in Q1, but that is just a fraction of the 730 that it did the year before when the pandemic first wave really started taking effect in 2020. The company has said it has seen meaningful improvement in bookings in March and April as coronavirus vaccination rates and more people feel confident about traveling again. Hilton's revenue, to sum up their earnings, you know, it fell more than 38% to $46 in the quarter ending of March 31st from a year earlier, but that was an improvement from $40 in the prior quarter. So, you know, the things are starting to look up for Hilton, but it does have a little bit of a road ahead when we look in terms of if it's going to get back to pre-pandemic levels. And just another company that I just want to check as well, I haven't had a look for a while, but some news concerning DANO, the French food and beverage maker. You know, their ex-chief executive, Emmanuel Faber, has actually spoken out over the weekend to say that he was ousted because of a power struggle with previous leaders. So he's claimed that months of infighting, power struggles, which included his plan to restructure the French consumer goods company. You know, he wanted to restructure the company instead of axing 2,000 jobs. So he was actually doing it in favor of the workers. But obviously, you know, when there is restructuring, obviously people and salaries need to be looked at to see if the company can survive. So I'll keep an eye on the proposed restructuring plan of the company next few weeks to see if there are any trading opportunities in the trading cycle. So just looking on Hilton first of all, what I'm just seeing, because of this recent dip with the Q1 results, we've actually fallen into the Ichimoku cloud, which is very interesting because I'm just going to see if it's going to be submerged, and if it does linger in there, then I'm going to be putting a sell position in, which will be a natural confluence with the lower border of the Ichimoku cloud. You know, we can actually make quite a little bit of profit here with a sell position going down to roughly about $110. We are seeing again a slight bearish divergence as well. It is a long-term divergence because I've got this on the daily chart, so this could have actually already been priced in. But if we take a look on the 4-hour chart, as you can see here, we have actually gone past the Ichimoku cloud. Now we're trying to bounce back up and get back on top of the upside. The cloud is quite thin though. It's not like, you know, a big engulfment here that we've seen on previous sessions. So, you know, it might not take too much for prices to start jumping out again when the market does open, or even in the course of this week. As I said, the pandemic is still lingering, but because of buoyant mood in the market, we do see companies like the Hilton really start pushing up higher as well. So nothing too much in terms of divergences on the intraday chart. So I'll just be seeing if we can surpass this Ichimoku break and then go a bit more to the upside in the near term. And having a quick look on DANO as well. As I said, we're having just put it back to the daily chart. We're having a little bit of a resurgence, as you can see, from the second wave in October. We've got this nice ascending channel, you could say, roughly to the upside. And, you know, as you can see, we've broken out a couple of times, but the mood is that we're going to probably stay in this channel. And if we can just fight off this support that we've seen at the lower end, we could have another mean reversion and possibly another look to the upside. We're sticking we're comfortably away from the top border. There is, you know, a slight divergence on the RSI as well. So we'll just wait and see if that comes into play. As I said, this is on daily charts, so we might not see this being resurged. If we go to the intraday as well, like we did with the Hilton, as you can see here, nice support found at the lower channel, but we're just waiting to see if we can bounce away from this Ichimoku cloud to have another go at the mean of the channel. So that's just a few things I'll be looking at in the next few trading sessions. And that's all from the Stock Watch today. Have a very nice day ahead of you, and thank you for joining me, and we'll speak again tomorrow. Bye for now.